Good morning and welcome to my last speed diamond painting of Alphonse Mucha's Night's Rest. This is the conclusion for me of summer with the Masters. It ended on July 31st, and I actually had this ready on August the 1st. However, life intervenes as it does, and I'll talk about that in my next video. I wanted a way to best uh, boil down what we learned in this master class as I close out this painting. I have about a 5-minute video at the end, which is going to just be me talking and showing you how much I completed of this canvas. And I'm looking at it now as it's hanging on my door where you will see it, and there's not that much left, and there is just a lot of color blocking. And I said I was going to put this away for next year's Summer with the Masters, but I might just take this out and complete it. So I talk a lot about our creative process, and I'm even looking to have an artist get together where we can all show how we create, but also co-create with each other and share our tips and tricks and ideas and thoughts on diamond painting and the community and different diamond painting companies that we like, and just share everything concerning diamond painting and creation, and even what other things, other mediums you create in. I actually remembered I am also a certified Zentangle teacher. And I went out to Providence, Rhode Island, and I studied with Maria and Rick Thomas, who are the founders of Zentangle, and became certified. And of all the challenging tangles that I tried to master, Mucha, which was developed, which was created by Maria Thomas, was one of the most challenging. And I've been practicing my Mucha, and I'll show you that in an upcoming Mucha diamond painting that I have, or maybe I'll just do it separately. I'm not sure yet, but I'll also link Maria Thomas if you're interested in Zentangle. It's another form of meditative art, and her Mucha. It's really beautiful, and her creative style is off the chart. But anyway, I started to think about what was Alphonse Mucha's creative process, and maybe that would be a good way to boil down this masterclass, which, this might be the end of Night's Rest, but I intend to do 2 winners, one from Diamond Art Club, one from Diamond Painting Shop, where I get all my Muchas, but I want to see Diamond Art Club's Mucha. And I just believe that this is just going to be an open-ended masterclass, because Mucha's influence is just, it's boundless. It has no limit to it. I just can't close this class out. So I'll be adding to it. But his creative process was a meticulous and thoughtful journey that involved several stages. I talk a lot about, like, where do you get your inspiration from? What do you do from there? And like with diamond painting, everything's been planned out for us. So I'm more with the creative process of what inspired you to do the diamond painting, what called to you. And that says a little bit about your creative process. So I like that psychological approach to diamond painting, I guess. So he was very thoughtful about the stages of creating a canvas, from his initial inspiration to the final piece. And the inspiration. So he drew much of his inspiration from a wide array of sources, just like Klimt, the Byzantine art, the Japanese prints, his Slavic culture, classical mythology, and his cultural heritage. And the Art Nouveau movement also played significant roles, in shaping his ideas. He began with a concept or theme, much like the seasons, or beauty, or allegorical representations of virtues, and the themes guided his overall direction to his work. Much like Klimt, there was the research, and there was, if it was historical or cultural themes, and then he would get into, if it was historical or cultural, he would get into the costumes, the architecture, historical events, just to ensure their authenticity. And then he did, again, like Klimt. These were 2 artists that have become very endearing to me that traveled at the same time, the same path, but really just maybe bumped into each other here and there, but their artistic expression and inspiration are almost identical, other than the difference in the technique of their art. So, like Klimt, he created numerous rough sketches to explore different compositions and poses and layouts, and those like initial sketches helped him visualize the basic structure of the artwork. Something that I covered in my masterclass was his photography, and he frequently used photography as a reference tool, which I love. He took photographs of models in specific poses and lighting to capture the details and proportions. And the photographs served as a valuable reference. And I've been using his photographs as my graphics for my videos. In the past two videos, I used one model in two different poses. So there was a lot of detailed drawings and fine line work after he settled on a composition. That's when Mucha created the detailed drawings with the intricate line work. And the drawings often included those elaborate defined forms and structures. The job poster always comes to mind, the girl with the flowy bohemian hair. And another thing is Mucha used grids for larger compositions and to scale up his drawings accurately and just ensure that all the elements remained proportionate and well balanced in the final piece. And then his next part in all this creative process was composition, symmetry, and balance. And he meticulously, I keep using that word, arranged the elements of his composition to achieve symmetry and balance. He paid careful attention to the placement of figures and decorative borders, background elements to create this harmonious and aesthetically pleasing layout. Something that I didn't get to cover, and I will in my upcoming Muchas, is his integration of the typography, which is, I love typography. And in his posters and advertisements, he skillfully integrated typography into the overall design. I think I remember that he was working in a print shop, so I'm sure that was an influence for him. And just pre Sarah Bernhardt, and she really catapulted him into fame. He treated text as a decorative element, ensuring that it complemented and enhanced the visual composition. And then, of course, the almighty color composition, which I think stumps a lot of artists like me, which is why I think I save my little diamond drills and I use them as reference in color composition. So he conducted color studies to experiment with different palettes and combinations, and he used soft pastels and aimed for these harmonious blends that we see in the diamond painting. They're very harmonious. The colors are almost very close to one another. You'll see me pull drills out because I thought I placed the wrong drill, but they're so similar that it was actually correct and I had to put them back in. And he worked with these flat color areas that were inspired by the Japanese prints, and he employed these flat areas of color with minimal shading. Again, you can see this in this diamond painting. There's minimal shading, and the technique emphasized the graphic and the decorative nature of his work. And in the final execution, depending on the medium, Mucha either painted his compositions or prepared them for a lithographic printing. For his lithographs, he worked closely with printmakers to ensure that the final prints captured the intrinsic line and detail of his original drawings. He devoted considerable time to perfecting every aspect of the artwork, from the delicate line work to the intricate decorative patterns, and just his intention to detail, again, meticulous. And I believe that he probably revised and refined all of his works, because Mucha's creative process often involved multiple revisions and refinements. He continually assessed and adjusted his work to achieve a desired effect, ensuring that every element contributed to the overall vision. And if he was collaborating with anybody, such as the posters for Sarah Bernhardt, he considered their feedback and making necessary adjustments to meet their expectations, while also maintaining his artistic integrity. trying to play beat the clock here with how fast I'm going. So in conclusion, Alphonse Mucha's creative process was a blend of meticulous planning, detailed execution, and constant refinement. His ability to integrate intricate line work, harmonious compositions, and symbolic imagery resulted in artworks that are both visually stunning, deeply meaningful, and through this thoughtful approach, allowed Mucha to create these timeless pieces that we get to enjoy now in our diamond painting, because they continue to inspire, they continue to captivate audiences like us in the diamond painting world and around the world. There's so much more to Mucha that I am so happy that I'll be able to cover as I continue with my love of this master artist and his work. Again, the typography and the difference between the lithographic printing and the canvases that he actually painted, I think is something to be. And also another thing that I didn't cover in Mucha was some of his panels, his artwork was used in currency. So, we got the advertisements. I'm coming to the end of this where I'm going to begin talking into like a little clip that I added in here. But again, thank you for joining this masterclass. It will continue, and I'm so happy about that, to have this very intense Mucha information. I'm going to add some links to, if you are a Mucha groupie like I am, that you can explore. There's even some coloring pages that would be interesting to do if you like to maybe spend some time coloring another meditative art. I'm going to link Maria Thomas and her Mucha. She actually does this Mucha tangle with her husband Rick, and the whole story of Zentangle. I have to cover that one day, how interesting it is to me. I'm getting ready to hang everything up, and I will see you, as always, in the next one. Keep creating that world that you want to live in. I like to, okay, here we go. Here we go. Hi. Well, this was my last speed diamond painting session for Night's Rest, since it is August the 1st and Summer with the Masters ended yesterday. But I said I was going to put this away. However, I think I'm going to continue with it, and the next time that you see it, she will be done. So I just completed the line, a 10 centimeter by 40 centimeter line across where her foot is. Look how cute her foot is. You can see a little pinkish underneath, and this is hanging on my door, between my front door and my foyer. So my foyer light just went off. Between my front door and my foyer, and she's pretty big. She's almost the size of my door. But you could see where she's incomplete between her knee and the mid part of her foot. The entire border is done. But I think it's just too pretty for me to want to stop, because I did get a delivery on Monday, or was it Saturday of last week, of Winter by Alphonse Mucha, and I am going to order Winter by the Diamond Painting Shop, and I'm going to do a side-by-side of those two. But I have other diamond paintings that are begging for attention too, and I want to start my new one, Beauty in Violet. I want to finish up Lady in a Hat with Feather Boa, and I'm going to complete her when I do the confetti class that I am, have all my notes, and they're all recorded, voice recorded. Now I have to get the video done. I just love, do you see that shimmer on her shoulder? How pretty that is. So pretty. I love hanging this up on my door. I love the scene in the window. The moon is not done. The left side is done, but not the right side. So And then she's done straight across because I used her when I was doing a video for Self-Care Sunday, and I wanted that video of her resting. But the gown is basically all color blocking. There's some shading in there. You can see it in the folds, but it's, you know, mainly just a big chunk of color blocking that I just think I'm going to complete it. I just think that to put it away for next year. And there's so many drills with this painting. Let me see here. There's 60, and so my case, I really need my case. I did get another delivery of a case today from Amazon. It's something totally different that I'm going to unbox for you guys in the next couple of days. But she is so pretty, and I love looking at her, especially when I'm sitting in my living room and I see her blowing from the breeze that comes in between my two doors. I love the palette. I love the blue and the bronzy browns and the pinks that are all AB drills. Now I have something in mind for, I thought with this canvas, but being that I got 2 winters, I may decide to take my idea that I have for what I thought would be this canvas and use it for those 2. I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to cut this panel off. I think I'm going to put gesso on top and then choose a paint to put around it. I might just, as I am editing this video and reviewing my thoughts that I'm speaking about here, I think I will add the gesso, and I think I might add that green that's actually on my wall that you see there, or a midnight black with some gold flecks. Be a black paint, and then I'll go, you know, from there about, you know, what I want to do to showcase this. It's a beautiful, beautiful painting. My moon is hanging up in my room. She's on one side of my door. Maybe she will be on the other side of my door, maybe as you enter into my art room, and then moon will be in the back of the door. That might be something. But I was telling you guys that my art room, we're under a lot of construction in here, but here's my antique sofa that I want to put into my bedroom, and I think that the bronzy browns and the same kind of almost color palette in this sofa might, you know, be really nice up against this color palette if I have this when my door is closed. So there we have it. My ode to Alphonse Mucha continues, but I'm going to wrap up this masterclass. Thank you so much for everyone that participated in Summer with the Masters. It's you know, I didn't get to really participate this year, but I did get a chance to kind of hop and skip around to different platforms and see the beautiful paintings and inspirations and love that people have for this event. I think that this is probably the, I don't know. I mean, this is a question for Katie, I would imagine, over at Diamonds and Washi, you know, because she does drills and chills, and she does jingle drills, I believe. I really think that Summer with the Masters is just, it's just bigger than both of them. I think so. I think and I just love seeing all these master paintings. I really do. So beautiful. So you will be seeing Night's Rest again once she is done. And again, thank you. And also, if you have not subscribed, please do so. It helps this channel so much. And I really want to get to know all of you. And Mr. Foofy says, hello. Hi, Foofs. He's always investigating what I'm doing. But there's your Foofy moment. Bye, guys. See you in the next one as always. And keep creating that world that you envision for yourself. Keep creating it, because that's the world that you want to live in. Bye, guys.